Seconds, though. Go live. And I believe we are officially live. Let me just make sure on my phone.
Yep. I'm watching the commercial right now. Tyler Nelson's in the comments.
Dope. All right, cool. So you know what? Let me
Let's roll.
let me send out a tweet letting everyone know that we're live. Just because, it's Saturday morning. Maybe people forgot.
I'm ready to roll.
Me too. All right, just tweeted it out. So, we'll give it about 5 seconds, and then just to get people a chance to join. Good morning, everybody, by the way, to those that are in. All right, we have a ton of games today. So here's how we're going to do it. Yeah, it's going to be loaded. If you're a college basketball fan, you're coming in your pants over this slate.
Or you already have.
So just to explain the screen you're looking at right now, the green text. 1 sec, let me get the comments up. The green text, those are the earliest games. Those are starting in about 50 minutes. You got 12 noon games, 1 p.m. games, and some 2 p.m. games. That's the green text. The orange text right below that is the mid-afternoon games. They go up to about 5 p.m. And then on the left, you have the late games. Now, I just typed the biggest ones in there. Obviously, there's way more than that. Feel free to throw whatever game you want in the comments. Just know, if you're talking about some weird-ass East Nevada Southern, Toast is going to have to take that one. Because I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
All right, so we're going to start off. Go ahead. This is how we're going to do it, by the way. We're going to take comments. We're going to do whatever game you guys want for the first 20, 25 minutes, and then me and Toast are each going to give our top 10 at the end. So that's how we're doing it. So let's start. It looks like Arkansas, Tennessee is the first one. You want to take it or you want me to, Toast?
Go ahead. You're the man. You're the big man on campus.
All right, let me go ahead.
Especially it's going to be a game that I know you capped, so.
Of course I did. All right, let's pull out my notes here. Get ready to roll. Arkansas, Tennessee should be right up top. Oh, no, that's an afternoon one. There we go. Okay, ready. So I'm taking Arkansas in this game. And I know Tennessee's on a rampage right now. Damn it, I just minimized my notes. So I'm taking Arkansas, and I know Tennessee's on a rampage right now, right? What have they won? 5 in a row. And Tennessee's also 6-2 against the spread on the road. There's a lot of reasons to take Tennessee. They just beat Kentucky, but Arkansas been good at home all year. And also, you got to take into consideration a little bit more body of work than just the last 5 games for Tennessee. Because if you rewind back 3 weeks, Tennessee couldn't win a big game on the road. They lost 4 big road games in a row. And this is a big road game against a ranked opponent. I like Arkansas. They've been good at home. I'm taking them. Give me the Hogs -2. Toasty with me on that?
Absolutely. I went on a Heat Check pod 2 weeks ago and said that I bet Arkansas to make the Final Four at a crazy big number. And I stand by that. If you look at Arkansas, they are doing nothing but winning basketball lately. They took an L on the 12th. To Alabama, 1-point loss on the road. Then before that, their last loss, January 8th against Texas A&M, a 5-point loss on the road. And before that, a 1-point loss against Vanderbilt. So when they are losing, they're not losing by multiple possessions. And it's just a team that's led by seniors, guys like J.D. Note and Devontae Davis and Tooney and Trey Wade coming off the bench. I mean, they're a fun group to watch. They're a fun group, and especially if I'm getting points, absolutely Hogs all day for me as well.
Both on the Hogs. All right, there's so many comments, so I'm just going to pick and fire. Next one, Auburn versus Florida, and I went – did Auburn versus Florida come? Yep, Auburn versus Florida, and I went sharp here. I'm going to go Florida. It's not in my top 10. It's not one of my favorite picks, but, I mean, look at how Arkansas is playing on the road recently. A 1-point win over Missouri. I don't have my notes up, but they lost
You
to
don't need
Arkansas. Yeah, you don't need them for this one, right? They lost to Arkansas, and then what was the other game where they barely squeaked out a win against a shitty team? I have it right here. They barely beat Georgia, who is trash, absolute trash. So until Auburn shows me they can go out and just win big games on the road by comfortable margins, I have to take Florida +4. Again, not one of my favorites though.
I will say that I bet Auburn personally last night before this line went up. How do I want to put this? Florida's going to be the sharp side. I truly believe that because of everything that you just said. For me, the reason I can't get there, for one, Mike White, I cannot get behind it. He's just so bad. Colin Castleton, he's been back. He's been all right lately. They're coming off of 2 losses, but again, like if you're not going to be able to beat Texas A&M on the road, I understand it was a sandwich spot game, but when is the last time that Florida looked good? Just looked good. I'm not even saying win. When's the last time Florida looked good against a team in the top 10? I don't know either. So give me Auburn minus the points. That's the only way I look at it for me. There's no way in hell I'm playing Mike White against an Auburn team like this. No way in hell.
I hear you, and I don't even blame you for doing that. Is that in your top 10? Or no, you know what? Reveal that later. Let's just keep going up the list here. Illinois, Michigan State. Obviously, I did this one, and I'm on Michigan State here. Illinois, Michigan State. Here we go. All right, so I have a little biased. I don't like this Illinois team. I didn't like them last year. And the only player I did like on Illinois last year now plays for the Bulls. Dosunmu. Yeah. I don't like Kofi. I don't think he's that skilled. He's just huge. Their three-point shooting is a little bit of a mirage. They make a lot of threes. I believe they make almost 9 3-pointers a game, but they're not efficient at all. They take a shitload of them. They're not an efficient outside shooting team. They just make a lot of them. Michigan State, first in three-point shooting defense, second in three-point shooting defense. No, I'm sorry, first in three-point shooting defense.
First in the conference, yeah.
Yeah, first in the conference. Third in defensive efficiency in the conference. Everything. There's a lot of numbers on paper that point to the Spartans, and I actually stole this from the Athletic. I'm not. This is not mine, but I was reading an Athletic article this morning, and apparently Tom Izzo denied all his players the right to speak to the media after they lost to Penn State Tuesday night, which is like unlike him. He's always like a media guy, so I think he's got something in store. To read the Athletics' exact sentence he wrote, because anyone who follows college basketball knows Izzo has a canny way of turning a team's lowest points into turning points. At home Saturday with a chance to get up for a huge game against Illinois, we expect the Spartans to come out firing. I'm saying upset city.
Have you watched this Spartans team play? Dude, I mean, that is a trap and a half if I have ever seen one. I mean, I could be way wrong here, but I'm getting an Illinois team that's coming off an embarrassing loss to Rutgers, and now they're going to come play a Michigan State team who's beat who lately? Indiana? Maryland? A very good Michigan team? Oh, wait, they're not that good anymore. So who has Michigan State beat? I'm looking. Maybe Wisconsin. That's their best one? Penn State, I know you like them, so I just do not see it. I love college basketball. I can name one person on the Michigan State roster, and that's Malik Hall. I'm sorry. I just do not see it. I think I've been saying this for 2 months now, and some of the clients get mad, but this team's garbage. Michigan State is a first-round exit team. There's no question about it for me. Give me Illinois minus the points. I don't know what it's at. I bet it at like -1 yesterday. What is it now?
1.5.
Yeah. Give me Illinois, no question.
It's an upset. Tom Izzo. Believe in the Izzo. Next game, we got a ton to get through, so we can't even bullshit. What did you think about this one, Toast? You take this one first. Ole Miss, Georgia. Did you look at that one?
Yeah, that's another really good one. Georgia is one of those teams that they're really bad. There's no question. There's no question about that. But they just seem to keep games close, and they seem to win. Ole Miss is another team where again, neither team is very good. You're going to get a super slow game. I don't know what the line is right now, but I was looking at Ole Miss just because I just do think they're a little bit stronger. And Jarkel Joyner and that Ruffin kid, I really like them. So
Ruffin's out. Ruffin's out.
Is he?
He's out for the season.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So yeah,
I don't have a.
I'm on Ole Miss too. Now Ole Miss is 0-4 since they lost Ruffin, but if you look in that 4-game stretch, the 2 road games they played them tough as hell. They took Florida to overtime. OTs. Yeah, and Missouri was the other one. Not like Florida's a decent opponent, but they played tough on the road in both those games. Georgia's the worst team in the SEC. And I know Georgia's 4-3 against the spread in their last 7, so there's like a little bit of a temptation to take the 3 in the hook. But no, I'm definitely on Ole Miss. I think I'm just betting against Georgia until Jesus.
I don't have the numbers in front of me. I don't have the exact ATS numbers in front of me, but I can tell you that if Georgia's covering, it's because they're getting 2 touchdowns. It's not like they're winning close games or keeping in games close. So I mean, when they're playing teams like Florida, LSU, Auburn, Arkansas, Vanderbilt, I mean, yeah, they might be covering because Vegas is giving them 10. I mean, it's not like they're winning and playing close games.
Exactly. This is only 3.5. I'm not comfortable with it. I didn't do this one, Toast, but if you did, South Florida, Tulsa.
South Florida, that's another team that I don't have a bet on it right now, so I'm not even going to go into it. The only way that I would look at it is South Florida. I understand that they've lost a whole bunch of games in a row. I just don't really trust Tulsa either. That's just me. I don't know what the line is off the top of my head, but the only way I would look at it is South Florida at home.
I want to show you this real quick, Toast. Comment from John Van Dam Jr. Michigan State is a great pick today. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. This guy knows what's up.
Sure. Hey, a lot of the clients are like that with you. I mean, I've gotten so many messages that have said, "Oh, I can't believe you're picking against Sparty today."
The UConn DePaul game people asked for. I did do that game, so I could take it first. All right, this was actually a tough one to pick because obviously I wanted to pick UConn, but UConn has not been blowing any teams out. I think their last 4 wins, where I wrote down 8, 7, 3, and 5, and I'm pretty sure that's their margin of victory in their last 4 wins. So they're not beating up teams like that. And you got Xavier coming off such a ugly loss to St. John's. I think they could come out with a little bit of spark. And also, this is another one that I took from The Athletic. Apparently, the coach dissed his players. For Xavier, dissed his players after the game, said something like, nobody on this team could play defense or something along those lines. And another one of those things where, I think the team could come out motivated. 7 isn't a huge number. I would prefer it to be 9, 9.5, but it's not on my top 10. But Xavier plus 7, I will be betting.
Yeah, not me. I don't know if I can get there with laying the whole thing with UConn today. But I just do not like the Xavier team. I don't see it. I don't get it. So the people are going to tell you that because of Nunge inside, it's going to give Sonogo problems. I don't really see it. I've been on this Connecticut team for a long time now. And I just think they keep on getting better. I think they're going in opposite directions. Connecticut's going this way, while Xavier's going this way. I've been saying it for about a month now. Xavier will lose in the first round of the tournament. Xavier will lose in the first round of the tournament, just like them spoilers from Sparty. Yeah, the only way I look at this game is UConn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not crazy about it, but you know what? I do like it, though. I will be betting Xavier. How about this one right here? We kind of skipped over this game, and this one's about to start in 45 minutes. Baylor, TCU. The line's up to 12 now. You want to start with that one? I did it also, too.
Yeah, you can go ahead. I don't have a play on it. I would take the points if I had to.
Same. I wrote down TCU plus 11.5 because that's what it was at early this morning. It's at 12 now. I feel like we still don't know what this Baylor team looks like without those 2 guys, without Cryer and the JTT guy, I call him. I don't know how to say his full name. They did so he only played last Saturday. JTT only played 5 minutes, so they did beat up on Texas, but it was the most flat we've seen that Texas team in weeks, and not to mention that Texas they don't really have an offense to begin with. So they just looked horrible. And I just think I like how TCU plays a slow pace. Kind of like, do you remember that Duke-Virginia game I made a video for? And I was like, I'll take Virginia plus 11 just because they play so slow. It's like similar to that. As long as they could keep the game relatively slow, I think they could keep it within 11.5. Or 12, I should say.
Yeah, my only issue, the only reason I didn't take the points with Texas Christian, TCU, is their turnovers. They just really can't hold on to the ball. And those Baylor guards, if they're up and taking the ball away and running, it could get up to 20 really fast.
Yeah, and also Baylor's 3-point shooting scares me a little bit. All right, next. Oh, Georgetown. I didn't do this game because of the 20-point spread, and Georgetown just sucks. Did you do this one, Toast?
No. I honestly, Georgetown's been like the death of my bank account this year. Like, I swear to God, the last 4 games, I've been like, they got to cover once. They got to win or cover one game. Nope. And it's not even close either. It's so bad.
Patrick Ewing's channeling his inner Nick recently.
I
probably would have to bet Villanova, but at 20 points with there's so many good games, really could see myself not even betting it. We'll get to the All-Star game. I mean, I don't know. I really don't care about the All-Star. I might bet it for fun and I'll tweet it out or something, but like, don't go into the All-Star game expecting to make any money. I know I'm rocking the hat for the weekend, but no, I don't give a shit about that game. I'll tweet it out or something. What's next? I'm guessing this is supposed to, he says cute minus 8.5. I'm thinking he says Syracuse.
Yeah, it's Syracuse, Boston College.
I did this one too. So I was looking for reasons to go sharp and take Boston College, like hunting for them, like trying different analytics sites, and I just don't think they're there. I know a lot of people are going to point to Syracuse is missing their center, and they're also missing their second center on the depth chart, who doesn't play money minutes anyway. So they're missing their 2 biggest guys, but Boston College is also missing 2 bigs and their 2 leading rebounders. So I feel like that just kind of cancels out. Syracuse has been real good at home. I don't see the missing players to be a factor since both teams are missing kind of the same pieces. In fact, you can make an argument that Boston College is missing more. So I'll lay the 8.5 and take Syracuse.
Yeah, see, I was looking at that too. The only thing that really worries me with that game is these teams just played, and it was like a 10-point game or something like that. That is what really scares me. The line for that game, I think, was like only like 2 possessions or something, like 4.5 or something. So I don't have a play in the game. I would probably take them with BC. But at the same time, and the only reason I say I would take the points with BC is because they just played each other. That is the only reason why.
That's a tough one. Trust me, yeah, I was looking for ways. I was looking for ways to bet Boston College. How about Texas Tech? You know, someone was going to ask. So I mean, I'm going Texas Tech.
Same here.
Is it still at 3.5? I got it at plus 3.5. And I know that guy's real valuable. McCullough, real valuable for the Red Raiders. He leads the team in a 6'5" guard that leads the team in both rebounding and assists. But still, Texas just has not sold me. A team with such a stale offense, and I know, I get why the Longhorns are favored, because both these teams are better at home. So the fact that it's in Austin is going to give Texas the advantage. Get that. I also get that McCullough's out for Texas Tech. I get why the line is Texas minus 3.5. But I think Texas Tech is a significantly better basketball team. And Texas, that offense, man. If you bet on Texas and watch the game, there's always a point where that offense goes stale, and it's like borderline, like it's sickening almost. Like they just don't know what to do with the ball. I'm way more comfortable taking 3.5 with Texas Tech. You said you're with me on that?
Yeah, you can't bet Texas right now. If you didn't bet Texas last night, you shouldn't be betting Texas today. That's just handicapping 101. You're losing 2.5 points. You could have got them at +1. So and there's only one way to look at this game today, and that's Texas Tech.
Yeah, cool. Pull the comments back up, see what else we got. West Virginia, Kansas. Let's pull that one up. Do you want to take that one first?
Yeah, I'm going crazy. I'm going to take Taz Sherman, Bob Huggins, and the Mountaineers. If you're going to give me 6.5 at home in Morgantown, I do not care about OJ Abdaji and all those other guys from Kansas. It's not a really big thing for me. It's not easy to go into Morgantown and win by margin. Plain, point blank, period. That's it. It's not easy to do it. I don't know if you guys have watched Kansas a lot. I know that they're a big name, but it's, again, Kansas, they have only, 4 losses on their schedule, but it's not like they're really blowing teams out. They're not, I guess there's nothing that's impressed me with Kansas. I haven't watched Kansas. The only game I watched them that they were impressive to me was the Baylor game at home when they came out and they smoked Baylor. Like, good for them. But besides that, like, I don't really see. I think they should have lost to Texas Tech at home. I think that game was very close. They could have lost to Oklahoma. Oklahoma State, I mean, they only beat them by 10. For me, you're gonna you got to go all the way. You've been at home for a week. Now you got to go to West Virginia. In a weird scheduling spot too. They've got they've had 2 home games. Now they're going to West Virginia. Then they're back home to play Kansas State. Yeah, I'll take the points with the Mountaineers, man.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I wrote down this one as a stay away, but the truth is, Kansas, since Remy Martin went down, they lost the one game. I think it was the Baylor. I didn't write it down, but they lost the one game. Then they had that scary close game against Oklahoma. And then they did win. They did beat Oklahoma State. But the truth is, has this team really been elite since they lost him? And I mean, West Virginia, they're only 6-8 against the spread at home, but on the road they're 2-6 against the spread. So they're significantly better at home. And the fact, I felt like, and then when I saw all the sharp money on West Virginia, because sharps love West Virginia today, I have to lean West Virginia, but it's definitely not one of my favorites. This will probably be a half unit bet for me.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorites either. I just can't get behind Kansas. Like David McCormick, all those guys. Like Abaji's great, but besides that, like I just don't see it. And honestly, like I was one of the people that was excited. I know we got to go, but excited about Remy Martin going to Kansas. And even when he was playing, he didn't even look like Remy. So it doesn't even, for me, it's just a moot point.
Right. Yep. Agreed. This was a very weird one, and I'm clicking it as soon as I saw it because I went back and forth on this one. Iowa State, where did you land on it? I'll pull it up right now. Yeah?
Oh, you said Iowa State. Sorry.
Oklahoma, Iowa State. I started out on Iowa State, and then I was like writing my notes, and like kept looking at more and more numbers, and I'm switching to Oklahoma. If you look at the Sooners' last 3 games, right, and let's see, they beat Texas Tech, then they go into Kansas and battle them. They lose that game by 2. Then they take Texas to overtime. So if you want to look at Oklahoma in a little bit of a vacuum, you could be like, yo, this team's turning their season around and playing some basketball the last 3 games against Iowa State. Iowa State in the past 5 games is 345th in the country in offensive efficiency. The offense just hasn't been there. I feel like I'm getting the much hotter team, and I think this should be more of a pick 'em. I'm happy to take the 2 points. I think it could be a close finish, so I'll take Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm with you right there. That's the only way I would look at it. Yeah, I still can't believe that Oklahoma lost to Texas. So, yeah, give me them in a bounce back spot. I mean, honestly, their last 3 games, Texas Tech, Kansas. I mean, that's just a brutal, brutal stretch. So I think that seeing Iowa State and them not being able to score is going to be a little bit of relief for the Sooners and Porter Moser. Yeah, give me the points with Porter Moser and the Hoosiers.
Cool. I'm with you on that. Yo, Stephen Hairston, bro. You always pick he's biased about West Virginia. He says West Virginia every single time. I'll bet him 30 straight games. So next here's one for you. I didn't do this game. Davidson, St. Louis. You have a play there?
Davidson -2. It's one of my favorite plays of the day. I don't know what the number is right now. I haven't looked at it since I've looked in the morning. But if it's anywhere around that number, take it right now. Davidson -2.
I like that. I'm betting that shit right now.
Literally the first game on my list.
All right, Davidson -2. 1 second, folks, while I place that bet. He sounded confident enough where I want to get that shit down.
It was literally the first name on my list.
DraftKings has it at 2.5.
Yeah, I move lines, bro, when I make bets.
Bet placed. All right, so actually, I skipped over this game accidentally, and I already know that you're going to take Virginia Tech because you hate North Carolina, but I didn't do this game by accident.
Yeah, it's actually one of those games where, I hate North Carolina with a passion, and I definitely will not be taking them. I don't know what it's at. If you can get Virginia Tech at like -4.5, I would play that.
That's what it's at,
because of the way. Huh?
That's where it's at, I think.
Okay, yeah, I would take Virginia Tech. There's no question about that for me. North Carolina is one of those teams that everybody's going to probably watch and know just because they have North Carolina on their chest. That's right. But I've been telling you guys this for 2 months now. They couldn't stop a nosebleed if they wanted to. They are just so god-awful offensively. And now you're getting a Virginia Tech team who is going to slow it down. And keep in mind, they've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row by now. They're winning by margin as well. So I like Virginia Tech. Also, keep in mind, Virginia Tech number 27 in KenPom, North Carolina 50. So it's not it's not your typical year for these two teams. It's very bad. I'll take I'll take Virginia Tech minus the points.
All right, cool. To answer this guy, VIP picks are going up right after this. Right after this, me and Toast are gonna hop on a call and combine our picks to make a big ass ticket. So to answer that, here's another one that I didn't. This is Delaware William and Mary. Is that on your list?
It's not on my list, but I can definitely talk about it. Delaware William and Mary is one of those teams that they've been covering spreads. So I'm pretty sure it's around 10. I haven't looked at it in the last few minutes. But don't be surprised. I don't know if you guys would want to jump on it with me or not, but the last time these guys played, it was a 10-point game. Okay, I don't think that Delaware is that much better, and I know we're getting into the weeds right now, but William and Mary at home is pretty good, so I would take the 10, maybe 10.5 with William and Mary. Give me the Tribe plus the 10.
Cool. Toast, I'm bringing this game up because I wrote it down as one of my favorites. This is either the easiest bet ever or the biggest trap of all time. So tell me how Pittsburgh -3 at home isn't a gift. You got a Pittsburgh team that's been pretty good at home this year, 9-7 against the spread. Georgia Tech is by far the worst team in the ACC by 10 miles. How is this line only 3? And the fact that it dropped from 4 to 3, it was 4 when I woke up. Now it's down to 3. This is either such a layup or I'm walking into a trap unknowingly.
If it's a trap, I'm getting trapped with you, bro. I mean, honestly. And this is all quickly a joke. I put a future on Pitt to win the conference at plus 2,500 or something like that. It's just crazy numbers. Pitt's North Carolina, Florida State, NC State, all easy winners for them. I don't see now they're coming back home. Again, Pitt's not a great basketball team, but Georgia Tech is horrible. And at the same time, Pitt, they're both going to slow it down. So again, I don't see that. Virginia Tech has a decent defense, but they can't score either, and that's one of the things. And they foul. They're very.
You mean Georgia Tech? You mean Georgia Tech?
Sorry, yeah, Georgia Tech. Yeah. So I think Pitt is actually one of the more undervalued teams in the country right now. They actually have been playing very good basketball.
And I got one more that I wanted to make sure we've talked about because it's another one I like. And let me pull up my notes because I actually think you're going to agree with me on this one. It's got to be the most live dog on the board today. So you got Kansas State on the road at Oklahoma State. Kansas State plus 5.5. I mean, Kansas State 6-1 against the spread as road dogs this year. Oklahoma State, one of the worst teams against the spread in the conference. They're bad at home. Getting 5.5 just seems too good to be true. Like I said, the most live dog on the board, I think, is Kansas State plus 5.5.
Because it means so much to you guys, but there's only one play that has a star next to it, and it's Kansas State plus 5.5.
Yeah, baby. See, I knew it. That's my number. That's my number 2 play behind Pittsburgh. So, speaking of which, it's after 11:30, and then after this, we got to get the VIP ticket together. So let's do the top 10. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You can go first.
All right. 1 second. Let me pull that up. Oh shit! I'm missing one here. For some reason I have. Oh, there it is. So number one, I wish there was a way I could like present them while I'm talking. Maybe I'll type it as I'm going. All right. So here's my top 10, and me and Toast are going to see whose top 10 is a better record. 1, Pitt -3. 2, Kansas State +5.5, and I know Toast is with me on that. Number 3 is Michigan State +1.5, and I can't wait to watch that one because Toast was talking shit about it. Bets on Kofi Coburn, who has no skill. My guys, Northwestern at number 4, laying 3.5 on the road, which is a little risky, but I love that team. I put Oklahoma +2 at number 5. Looking back, I probably drop it a little bit, but number 6, Ole Miss -3.5 made it because Georgia sucks. Number 7, Arkansas -2. I like, as I spoke about earlier. Number 8, yo Toast. I went out to your neck of the woods here. Colorado +2.5, another live dog where I don't know how they're not favored there. I don't know where you stand on that one. 2.5
against Stanford, right?
Yeah.
It's just hard for me. I would probably look at Stanford. The only reason Colorado's been playing great right now, but Stanford is just huge, dude. They're like 6'9" across the board. Like, I don't really know how well Colorado's going to match up with that, but they've been playing really well. I'll give you that. I mean, it's not like a horrible, huge play for me.
Right. Number 9, I have Wake -5.5. It's time for Notre Dame magic to end. It was a nice little run, but Wake coming off, I think they're coming off 2 losses in a row, if I'm not mistaken. They should smack Notre Dame. And then number 10, I know you're going to love this one, Toast. It's like your favorite team. Give me Louisville +1. I know you love Louisville. Oh, my God.
Who are they playing right now? Who are they playing?
They're home against Clemson, getting a point.
Yeah, all right, yeah, that's what I thought. I just couldn't remember.
All right, okay. So do you want to go ahead and start reading?
Yeah, we're gonna have a couple of the same, but it's no big deal for me. Okay, Davidson -2 or 2.5, whatever you get it at right now.
Okay.
Auburn minus the points. Kansas State +5.5.
Yep.
We're gonna go Pitt -3.
Yep.
Illinois.
Bad pick.
Notre Dame. Make sure that's on my list. That's
what?
For sure.
Notre Dame? Get the fuck out of here.
And then we're gonna go Iowa, Ohio State over 152. Get a couple totals in for you guys, and then one more. How many is that for me?
I don't know because I didn't include the ones we matched.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. San Diego State, Fresno State under 118. That's another one. San Diego State, Fresno State under 118. And then Gonzaga, Santa Clara over 163. Gonzaga is going to score 100 tonight, boys.
Santa Clara. All right. So it looks like I think we have 2 the same and 2 differences. So we got 8 games that are going to decide who wins this. And it's 11:36 already. There's so many games. I didn't realize how fast the time was going.
I know. It's so much fun.
Yeah, that was cool. And we still got to hop on a call right after this to get a ticket out to everyone. So I got to cut this short. Maybe next Saturday we'll try it at like 10:45 so we have some more time because there's some games I wanted to talk about we didn't even get a chance to.
Yeah, if you guys, that's the one thing, like, for me personally, if you guys want to see this, I just need to know. Tell Sauce through the week, do whatever, because I got to wake up super early. I love doing it, but I just want to make sure to do it. So if you guys want this and we can do it, because I'll even do a spaces afterwards if we want to keep on taking questions and stuff after the ticket's out. I love talking about college basketball, so I love it. So just let me know. If it's there, I'll do it.
Sounds good. All right, I'll be talking to you guys on Twitter. Tons of college basketball. Let's make some big money. This is going to be a huge ticket we're putting out. So I will. Everyone have a good day. All right.